best known for playing Superman, and now Henry Cavill is swapping the red superhero cape for a military uniform. In his new action movie, he plays the real-life British soldier who inspired the character of James Bond. Our Sunrise Showbiz correspondent Steve Hargrave sat down with Henry and his co-stars.
Gus March Phillips, I have a mission I want you to lead. Thank you, Sergeant.
What's the plan?
To neutralise the German U-boats in the North Atlantic.
The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare is a Guy Ritchie take on World War II, which kind of means you can take the historical accuracy with a big pinch of salt. But what you can expect is a gaggle of good-looking geezers getting together to battle the Nazis with lots of explosions.
If I'm to do this, I'll need my own team. You won't like them. They're all... mad.
They'll need to be.
Sunrise was invited to the ministry itself to meet the gang. Henry Cavill and Alex Pettifer from Magic Mike, alongside Crazy Rich Asian star Henry Golding, and Ray Fiennes' nephew, Hero Fiennes Tiffin.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for having me into your gentleman's office.
Thank you. Welcome.
Although I think 1 on 4, it does feel a bit like I'm interviewing a boy band or something.
Oh, come on. We're a bit more gruff than that.
Or is it the boy band coming back for one more shot?
Oh, well, that's a low blow.
It's great to start the precedence of this interview in this regard, because now you're going up against 4 against 1. So let's start these questions.
Are you mean it's going to turn into an actual fight?
Actually, because it's a Guy Ritchie film, fights are what this film is all about. The true bit of the story is based on Operation Postmaster, a fascinating declassified mission in 1942 led by UK secret agents to sink a Nazi supply ship.
It brings that little bit of fun and entertainment to something which was extraordinary. Had they not done this particular mission, the war could have gone an entirely different way.
Yeah.
In typical Guy Ritchie style, it's very much the hyperbolic version of what happened in history.
I think it's the spontaneity that he allows. So you just kind of have to trust him, and he will make it make sense.
Henry, I love the fact that your character's explained that he just loves blowing things up.
Oh, why not? Yeah.
So you've got the ideal role, really, of just having a laugh doing that.
I mean, I'm not going to brag, but I think we've discussed it a few times, and I have the highest kill rate.
You do.
Kill ratio. That's the wonderful thing about the ensemble is everybody has their very sort of specific world that they kind of live in. You know, you have your strategist, you have your sailor, the captain, the demolitions expert.
Alex, last time you were involved in a film with a lot of men, you were wearing a few less clothes, I think.
Wait.
Doesn't sound too different from this film.
That's available on the internet.
When did you get rid of it?
Although you do start this film by having your nipples clamped, so you arrive in style, don't you?
There's a target on your forehead, I think, today.
That's in his contract.
On ours. Yes, at the start of the movie, I am in a quite precarious position, yes. And yes, in the past, I have been known to wear a thong.
He's wearing one today.
I'm wearing one today, yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
Yes.
Interestingly, James Bond author Ian Fleming is a character in this film because in real life he was a member of the UK wartime intelligence who came up with this plan. Henry's character Gus March Phillips was actually a real-life major who many say was a key inspiration for the 007 character.
You look at James Bond and you go, oh, it's a fictional character, right? It's silly. It's larger than life, and not necessarily. This is based upon real individuals, and that's how brave they were. That's how crazy it was to have the opportunity to play characters who led into someone who's part of the zeitgeist these days.
I wonder what he would think if he knew that in a film in the future he would have been played by Superman. Would love to be able to go back and have that discussion with him.
Yeah, well, yes. One of those who do you invite to dinner answers.
I'll invite all of them to dinner. The movie premieres on Prime Video on Thursday. Henry Cavill is one of only 11 actors to play Superman. Of course, Christopher Reeve, arguably the most iconic, starring in 4 movies. George Reeves, no relation, was the Man of Steel in the 50s TV show. There he is there.
Oh,
and then, remember Dean Cain starred in Lois and Clark in the 90s?
Yes.
Gosh, I love that show. Brandon Routh filmed Superman Returns here in Australia, so that's probably the most recent. But now, the mantle is being passed to American actor David Corenswet. So interesting to see who your favourite one is. I mean, Lois and Clark was right in my wheelhouse, but what do you reckon, guys?
Me too, but the older TV show was, who I forget.
George Reeves.
Yeah, that was great because it depends what you were watching at school, doesn't it?
Yeah, do you know the thing that stands out for me is the special effects?
Yes!
Because Superman could do so much, right? Leap tall buildings, faster than a speeding bullet,
In a
all of
single
that
bound.
stuff, all of that. But the progression of the CGI.
Yeah, and the
phenomenal.
next movie is going to be that times 10, times a million. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eddie.